Good morning. Today is Saturday. It is Labor Day weekend, so happy Labor Day to everybody. We're in an area today that is new, but not. We're sort of near the electrical area, but to the northeast of it. And there's a series of meadows and the like in here that I'm trying to explore. I don't know how successful this is going to be, but that's our goal for today. And we'll see how we do. I'm also hoping that the electrical factor is not going to interfere with camera work today, because last time I was in here it didn't set off the EMF reader I have, so we'll see how that works out too. But let's get moving and see what we find and have a day of exploration. Thanks. Okay, so we're at what I think is the first meadow, but it looks like it opens up over there too. There's a long skinny meadow system, and I don't know if this is it or not. There looks to be more open space over there. And again, due to this, I'm able to backtrack fairly easily into familiar territory if this doesn't work out and assess a plan B. But this is, again, completely unknown territory. So there are some risks involved today. Okay, we are actually recording. I thought we were having camera trouble. So first observations, this doesn't really look like it's going to be the easiest going. So, all right. I did mention exploration, didn't I? So there's that. And this does look like it continues into an opening. The memory I have looking at the map yesterday is that this meadow is kind of a weirdly shaped pod-related thing. Again, it's already looking like it'd be easy to get turned around in here, so I have to keep a sense of direction and not forget the order of the terrain I come through. I'm kind of feeling my way through this. It looks like it opens up ahead too, so I don't know if this is the actual meadow or kind of like a gateway system to it. That will be revealed in short order as we hop over this root wall and keep going. The bad news is that if this doesn't work out, it's Labor Day weekend, so campers galore. So there are going to be people around. I was kind of hoping to avoid that. And so far, our game plan is there is, over this way, apparently more opening. I'm guessing a woodpecker over here making noise. The thing being, there's a gentleman and his wife over the hill back that way who are camping in a respectable bushcraft style way, doing it very old school. So wondering if we have a bush camper in here, which would make me feel bad because I'm kind of intruding on him if I am. But what's up here? Let me have a look real quick. And incidentally, this is what the terrain is like mossy, uneven. Lots of down trees and the like. What the fuck is that? Pardon the F-bomb. I'm going to get over here and get in under the trees where it opens up a little bit, perhaps. And it's got to be a woodpecker. It's like literally like right up there. There's my hand. Kind of a weird rhythm for a woodpecker. Yeah, so over here, work with me. It seems like it opens up more, so we're going to get up here. Maybe this is just the gateway to the meadow. So we're going to bounce through this stuff today if I can find a easy enough point of entry. Like I said, there's a lot of, the grabber bush is waiting for me. I'm going to kind of get around this, get out more in the open. There's clearly no one here. It's got to be a woodpecker. Unless you got a squatchy monkey kid up there doing something with a rock. You think I would notice that, though? It's like literally right there. Where's my hand? Right there. I can't see anything, though. That's indicative of a woodpecker, probably. So, in the bigfooting world, what's going on today? I got into a verbal skirmish with Ontario Sasquatch, who is basically a known hoaxer. And yeah, normally when I don't know someone and we get into a disagreement over the philosophy underlying this subject, I will, there's a big, it's a mushroom actually, the kind that make good wood burning tinder. Normally I'm polite about that kind of thing, but this guy is a busted hoaxer, and like on a par with Todd Standing, where basically people pretty much know him for what he is. Just making sure I can see my way back that way, because this is going to be kind of a connecting the dots between meadows kind of thing today, I think. And he's a known BSer, and he just makes shit up. His latest thing was the voice of a talking Sasquatch, which is basically just one of the voices in his head. There's no reason to be nice about this. The guy is full of you-know-what. And when I basically called him out on it, his response was something to the effect of, you've never made contact, you're never this, you're never that, and someday you'll get your head out of your ass and realize that they're interdimensional, and all the charming shit that you can never prove. Which means hoaxing douchebags like this guy can freaking milk the subject forever and suck in the gullible and all that. And, okay, we have a stream here, that's hopeful. Yeah, this looks more open up. I just got to circumnavigate what looks like a beaver pond. But, yeah, he can milk the gullible forever. I don't know what he does to make money off of this, but that's usually circumstances involving this, and so much for sneaking up on anything. But that was his thing. It was basically the way I worded it on Facebook when I laughed about it. Your classic, only I have the hidden truth kind of thing, and this is what you get. Sorry if that was bumpy, it's kind of hard getting around this. That's the kind of BS you get from the, the Todd Standings, the, I fart as I say, Matthew Johnson, and Dr. Zorth, and his charming BS. And this is what we were looking for, I think. Notice it's even like shiny. So, just for the mental record, this goes that way, the way back is that way. And you look through, you can kind of see where the meadow is. We're only about 100 feet apart. We have to kind of skirt around the corner of this beaver dam to get over, and then there's like water I may have to cross. And there's more. What's the easiest way to do this? I need to get up on higher ground to see if I can get around this pond or if I'm cut off. But let me step out of grabber nonsense into the light, and here we are at this. This is what I was looking for. If the looks like I can traverse this. This isn't too hard. Yeah, so we're exploring this today. We're going to goes north that way a ways, and then there's a pond somewhere in here. It may open up over there. I don't know how far into this. Again, I'm going to press caution versus getting turned around in here. We'll see how far this meadow lets me go. And we'll go from there. Like literally surrounded by slow rocked on wood tapping sounding noises though. So there's one, so right now there's one behind me this way, and there's one over here. I'm guessing those are woodpeckers because like I said, if they were that obvious, you'd be able to see them in the wood line. A lot of this crap is really not easily traversed though, unless we can kind of do that and stumble through here making a lot of noise so everything now knows I'm here. Yay team. But the Moose Meadow, or is it where the water meets? Looks like where the water meets. Again, this fuck. You got a combination of tall grass and uneven ground, so I'm going to have to be careful here. Because a lot of this is run off into that pond. I already have one muddy boot to show for it. So much for dry socks today. How do I get a place where I can effing stand and see what I'm looking at? So let's see here. Got a little tributary over here, so I gotta go around if that is in fact possible. And again, foot placement is going to be a challenge because you can't really see where you're putting your feet. And this ground is not especially level. But okay. But that is the fun and games of doing this. So far, no damage to the camera. Like I said, I'm hoping we're far enough away from the electrical area that we don't have to factor that into the mix today. I guess that will be, time will tell. Right now it kind of opens up. And the question is, if memory serves, it may open up more over here. And we can check more. Because that was probably 90% of my agenda today, was exploring this meadow system. And I may not get it all today, but this is what I was looking for. And so far the rock smashing against wood seems to have passed. I'm going to be plagued by these lovely little scum ponds apparently though. Here's one right here. But interestingly enough, there's a couple of what look to be moose trails in here. Like if you can see this through here. Yeah, so for the immediate future, we're going to head this way, see where we can get to. And you see up the way there, but that doesn't necessarily look like it opens up into anything. And most of the stuff that I was studying on the map yesterday goes in this direction from what I remember. All right, way over there that may open up. I'll bear that in mind if this runs out. But again, watching for hidden dips in the thing. That's where you mess up your knee or your ankle or some such. But it does look like this goes for a ways. We're going to keep going this way. The reason I'm hesitant to go this way though is that I've mentioned in the past, you look over, you see open space in there. And that can be a mirage. You walk over, you get 200 feet there, and there's just more trees, which is kind of a waste of time and energy. I'm going to try to minimize my morning dewishness here, but this shit gets thick and tall. That may not be as doable as I would like. But here's another moose trail. We're going to allow for Bullwinkle doing some of the... One day I'm going to do this and walk right up on a sleeping moose and piss him off. Mark my words. And I have to pay attention here because this is kind of... I can't see what lays ahead, so there's either more open space over here amidst some really fucking tall grass, or we're about to turn around and explore in another direction. Path of least resistance might be the wood line, because we can at least get through stuff that's not so crazy deep and see what lays ahead, because it looks like it's not done yet. Okay. Yeah, so again, the way home is that way. And this does look like it opens up more. I don't remember the map showing a tiny little meadow. It was like a big thing with a couple of pods to it. So that's our game plan. Yeah, this keeps going for at least another pod of similar crap. Let's get up on this and have a look. Well, there's a lot of allergens in here. That lovely yellow stuff. Okay, so sometimes I take segment breaks through here, but unless I run into a major league navigational thing, I'm gonna just keep recording, because I just have to kind of go around some of the scum pond stuff. There's more of this in here. Yeah, so it goes about that far. But let's take a look. And then there may have been more area over that way. Helps if I point into the camera. And we can, where's the water? This is either deadfall or a beaver dam. Let's get up on this. A very old one though, because you would think, you can see that pond, that would be bigger. So, yeah, this kind of opens up into this. So if we do nothing else for this segment of the morning, we're making our way through here looking for any track possibilities. And I'd say put the drone up, but you're kind of limited because it's all tall grass, and when you launch, propellers get caught in the tall grass, making a launch from an area like this a pain in the butt. And maybe I haven't happened upon a flat spot yet, but we will. The drone's charged, I just hadn't automatically assumed it was going to be an option today. Do I see movement over there? Far into the meadow. Temperature today, I normally do give a weather report of sorts. It's about, I don't know, like right around 60, so it's going to get warmer as the day goes on, but right now it's in like the high 50s, so it's nice for hiking. Or I guess this is bushwhacking more than hiking, but yeah, we're following bullwinkle around here. However, whatever kind of bee/hornet you are, I don't recognize your species. So yeah, you have more over there. This is what we came from. And I'm kind of gassy, so you might hear some farting, sorry. Being in the middle of nowhere, I'm not going to really worry about it. So, again, there are other meadows that are further in. The point of hesitation, though, is as you go further in, if you take the wrong turn, you're lost. But I don't want to get lost in this because first time in here. The other places where I've kind of sort of gotten lost was more out due to overconfidence, due to the fact I thought I was familiar with the area. And in this area, as it is now, navigationally speaking, it's basically a segment, one meadow to the next to the next. And I'm going to get up to the wall of pines and whatnot over here and see if that opens up into anything. I don't recall it doing so, though, without going in overly deep. And then the point is, though, absolute maxims in navigation here, if you go that way continually, you'll eventually hit the reservoir. And there's a trail. These are the fail-safes I have in place today. There's a trail that runs perpendicular this way. If you go far enough in, you'll hit it. But that also means I'm way the hell off course, and I don't want to do that, really. If I can avoid that and stop stumbling clumsily through this. So what I'm going to do at this point is make my way over there and take a segment break. I'm going to kind of work my way across through all of this and kind of work my way back over there and see if there's any outlying cells visible through the tree line that are like within 100 feet or so of this. I remember there were a few, but I don't remember how far out they were. But I'm going to take a segment break at this point, kind of focus more on the scenery and any potential tracks in this mess. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so we're on, if I'm counting correctly, our fourth meadow now. We've come from over there and we're going over here. And so far these kind of line up 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to see what's up here and then kind of just keep doing this thing, I guess, because this one kind of pops out into this and goes around those trees and opens up into a bigger pot, it looks like. All the while we're following a moose trail, so this is kind of actually interconnected. Hold on. Yeah, nothing but whiteness. Okay, we're back. As I said before, it's doing that thing again. So apparently there is something. It did it, I think, once last time too. And again, we're in, it's basically 60 degrees and not really muggy or crazy cold or anything, so I really don't know how much I can blame the weather for this. And we just seem to be doing a hard march north. Well, actually, we're going hard east. Although allowing for the fact this is not a straight line, but east-ish. So the proverbial pile of poo that I dodge. And this would be normally a good potential place over there to launch, but with all the tree cover, certain element of diciness in getting the thing. I mean, it won't fall far from the ground, but lots of little toads and the like in here. Oh, so is there something over there? Because the thing is, I continually am running into signs of continuing meadows. Sorry about that. And this has potential if I can get out and over that way for a launch. What I do remember, though, is this goes, if you can connect all these dots, it goes for a ways. But nice little beaver pond. We'll walk over and check that out in a minute. And sure enough, more over there, and that opens up over there. So this, actually, you know what this is? It's the same meadow, but it opens up and you can go over there behind the trees. So and I might be able to get a launch out here if I skillfully do this enough, because I wouldn't mind seeing this greater area from a couple 100 feet in the air. That is a stream system and all that, so we're gonna, what the area lacks, unfortunately, is like a decent like mud series of like mud flats where you can get looking for tracks, because you, at this point, we're pretty far into Nowhereville where you could have one of these things come crossing through here and not really be, unless you're like in hunting season, you get an intrepid bow hunter out here looking for deer or something, you're not going to really probably find a lot of people out here. And I might know what that system is, because there was one system on the map that was a a lot of deadwood, and that looks like what we have. And it keeps going too. So yeah, we're going to walk around here. That may go that way, but it probably goes further that way. I just kind of have to remember this in the right order to backtrack it when I head back. But as I walk through all the lovely muddy slop and the like, I may take a quick segment break though. Well, actually, you know what, I'll walk all the way through on camera here, and then I'll do the photography thing on the way out. But let's kind of see where this, do I actually have to walk through that? Because I can see where there's more open space. And there may be over there, so this may actually be some kind of a junction with a little scum stream that runs through here, but easily hoppable. So let's get up to this flat patch here and see where. Okay, so that becomes a stream, it looks like. Maybe not. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. This actually doesn't open up as much as I thought. I thought there was an opening right here. There isn't. But it's an easy hike over that way, so we'll check that out. Gonna look up over here. Nope. Dead end. But there may be more up over here, and there's like an opening right here. Or did we just go? No. It's just that dark. It's just that dark. Bear with me one second. Okay. It's getting a timestamp. When you go out this far, you have to factor in not just how far you've gone, but how far you have to go back. But yeah, so this opens up into whatever the fuck this is. Pardon my French. And okay, it's not all dark. It's just kind of really dark in here, as far as the camera's concerned. Okay, so this opens up. Again, if my memory is correct, this is either going to be a lot of deadwood or a pond, or kind of both. So it is looking like deadwood though. Let's kind of walk over and check this out. Kind of like you had a fire in here or something years ago. But this probably also marks the level of distance I'm willing to go in here, unless there's something brazenly visible on the other side, not a nightmare to get across to the other side, but I'm not seeing that. Because again, if memory serves, it's like a large patch of dead trees, and then you have to go a ways before you hit anything, and this is all looking like basically swamp. So, but the way this opens up, minus the mosquito nightmare you'd have at night, hammocking in here would be interesting, if you're willing to hike all the way in here. But let's get to the tree line. Let's see about getting some photography of this, and then I'm not seeing traversable land that's worth the trouble. So this, in this direction anyway, or maybe, but we're going to take a segment break, and we'll be back in a bit. Again, we're going to do some photography of this. There may be something over there. I'll check that out too, but we'll be back.